Hey guys, it's time for another uniform overview. And this one we're going to be looking at Rangers. Now Neil, you're the expert on this one.
Okay.
What can you tell me about this particular uniform?
Okay, if you've seen Saving Private Ryan, Tom Hanks' character and his guys are 2nd Battalion Rangers.
Yep.
They also took part on the raid on Point du Hoc on D-Day morning as well.
Yeah.
This is the standard, American infantry uniform. M1 helmet. The only real distinctive feature is the orange diamond with the 2 on the back. That's basically for recognition purposes.
Yeah. So if we were painting a miniature, John, be okay to paint a little diamond on the back and just a little squiggle in there?
Yeah, if you can do a little squiggle on it or do another 2 on it,
Would it have looked like this in battle though, or would they have added stuff to it, or?
Maybe
helmet netting
possibly a bit of scrim to it, but other than that, most of the time the guys didn't have anything on.
Yeah.
It was just plain as it sits.
Okay. What kind of a green, John, am I looking at here?
dark olive drab.
Dark olive drab, of course.
Green or green?
That was actually Humbrol 116 I painted that with.
Humbrol 116, there we go.
Perfect, comes in handy for something. Other than that, standard tanker's jacket, some of the guys would have had...
This is the same as what John's
has
wearing,
as well. Yeah. Obviously, the lozenge patch on that is only Rangers. This was an unofficial patch. The official one was the scroll, the black scroll with the red lettering on it, saying 2nd Battalion Rangers on it.
Yeah.
These guys got these fairly early on. They only used the scrolls later on. They didn't wear these at all. They hated these.
They hated this particular patch?
Because it looked like a petroleum sign. That was
Known as the Sunoco diamond.
Sunoco diamond. So he's marked up as a corporal.
Yep.
Twin stripes. Bog standard jacket, nothing special about it.
Now, before, just around the neck, what's this? Is this scrim or what's
That's parachute. Now, a lot of guys after D-Day, because the parachute was landed within earshot of where they landed, a lot of guys would have cut these as well.
So this is actual parachute material?
That is actual parachute.
Do you mind if I take this off? Because would they have used this for all sorts of things for
guys
covering?
Put them on their helmet. They use it as
let's have a look at the pattern on this. Because all very well seeing it like that, but if this kind of stuff was draped or whatever.
Exactly, yeah.
So we've got a kind of an olive yellow.
Yeah.
A green and green.
A green.
Light green and a dark green.
A light green and a dark green. Yeah.
That is a satin polyester material, so it might have a bit of a shine.
It's also quite sheeny as well,
Yeah.
John. You know, so if you were trying to paint that, would you is there a kind of a satin varnish or something that you could get for
a bit of
likes
satin
of that?
varnish on it,
Yeah. Okay, and we'll assume you have that on.
Yeah.
Tanker jacket is just the same as John.
Just exactly the same.
Trousers are different though.
Okay.
Yes.
These are the HBT trousers, stands for herringbone quill. There is a slight zigzag now, obviously on miniatures, if you guys are painting that size, you're never going to see that.
Yeah.
But to say that's what it was called HBT because of the design on the fabric.
Is it like a denim?
It is, yeah, it's basically like a denim.
You could say it's like a denim.
It's more or less the same trousers that I'm wearing, but what you would have found is throughout the war as they were producing stuff, the dyes would have changed because they would have been made in different batches, so you'd find stuff that would be more faded or darker or anything like that.
And would you have found that within units?
Yeah.
Slight differences and things.
Just depends on where they get their supply from.
So for a tip for our painters, like if you were chain painting, is it worth having another green, and as you're painting along, take a dab of another green and mix it in, just to change the shade slightly, and just to mix things up, so your units are not all completely identical.
That counts for German uniform as well, because at the end of the war drew near, production started to slip, the production quality slipped, so materials changed, colours changed quite widely in some cases.
I mean, when you think about it, these guys wore these trousers when they were issued as soon as they stepped into the army, because that was the basic fatigue trouser for the US Army. In most cases you can find that, you're out on exercise, you split your pants, you need a new pair, so the next pair comes in looking like that. So you could have 15 or 20 guys and say maybe 5 of them with different shade of trousers.
Interesting tip, we got the shades okay. What is this now?
This is the M5 assault gas mask bag. This was specifically issued for D-Day assault forces. It's rubberized. It's basically cotton. It has a rubberized layer over the top to make it waterproof. It rolls down. It has an open neck on it. So and just stuff it in there.
Yeah.
But it folds down like that in order to keep it waterproof.
Yes.
Now, to be honest, most guys would have been the gas mask cases, or
Been the gas mask, put a medipack or something in there.
Probably spare socks or something, because it's waterproof, it keeps stuff dry.
Socks is a great, yeah, I can see that, yeah.
Because the only other thing they would have had is their pack. Now, their pack would have been cotton canvas, which is water resistant, but it's not waterproof.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that there, a lot of guys some guys would have just binned it.
Yes.
Just got rid of it. It's extra weight, I don't need that. But some guys did keep it right through to the end of the war for keeping stuff in it.
Keeping stuff dry.
Yeah. Obviously, if it got a hole in it, well, your stuff you have to bin it.
Okay, moving down, we have the Gators.
These are the M28 Gators. Some of the Ranger units actually cut them down. So they would have cut down there
very, very
and
short.
shortened them.
Yeah.
Because if just turn your ankle out,
Can I do?
if you can see all of these pins or pegs down here, that takes an age to get that done up.
And as you can see from here, they come out an awful lot.
Yeah.
Now, the problem with these, the Gators were designed to keep stuff out.
Yes.
Keep rocks and stuff and dirt and all the rest of it from getting in your boots. The problem is if you get a lower leg injury down here, the medic has to try and cut that off.
Yes.
Now, if you've been hitting the artery and he's trying to get that off,
Yeah.
you're losing blood. The last
Taking
thing
an
you
age
want
to do
him to do is have to waste 5 minutes getting that cut off. So a lot of guys will cut it down to about there, just shy of the top of the boot, tuck the trousers in and then blouse it over the top. So you can see, the trouser comes down just over the top of it.
Yeah.
Like that. So that's what it is. It's nothing spectacular.
Yeah.
That is a slightly lighter shade. It's been bleached by the sun, but John's, because they're a bit more sort of used looking, it's a dark khaki.
No, John, are these the same? Can you bring them over just so
Yes,
I can
indeed,
compare them? Compare and contrast. They're the same thing, just a slightly different colour,
Yes.
Yeah.
And as you can see, his boots have dubbing in them to keep them waterproof.
Yeah.
Mine haven't got as much dubbing on them. I have put some in, but as you can see, it's quite.
Yeah, there's
Quite a different. There's a lot of difference in the
shade.
shade. Yes.
There is, granted with World War II, because the photographs are black and white, you can't really tell colour most of the time.
Yes.
Even when it's a colorised photograph, it's going to look washed out, the pigment's different, you're not necessarily going to get the same colour. If you look at black and white photographs, those boots are practically black, they're almost the same colour as mine. And coloured ones, they may have a slightly different shade.
They also would have worn the leather. It was like cut down corcoran boots, like the paratroopers wear.
Yeah, some of them might have had the russet brown ankle boots, which are looking like a pair of Corcorans.
Yeah.
Except they only come up to there.
Now, what is Corkins?
Corcorans are the parachute jump boots.
Yeah.
They're the high leg
Famous
boot.
sort of red.
And what colour are they?
They're like a red brown.
Like a red brown.
Yeah, there is
Yeah.
Like an oxblood brown.
Yeah.
Okay, well, look, give us a spin. Do we see the only other thing in is the water bottle? That's a standard issue water
Yeah,
bottle?
standard,
So,
yeah. That is an original, so if you want to take a look at the colour, that is a fairly late war one. Because it is more green than khaki.
And there's a kind of like little brass buttons on that
there's
one.
brass snap fronts on it.
Black top on the top. There we have it. So that's the Rangers. Guys, thank you very much for watching. We hope you've enjoyed this whole look at uniforms, and it gives you some kind of inspiration for some of the little details that you can paint on your miniatures. Paint them up, use them, come back to them at some point, maybe put some other little details on them just to, give them that little of extra pizzazz.
Like buttons.
Like buttons.